Audio Jungle.
Manchester farmer killed by gunmen posing as police. A Manchester farmer was shot dead at his home in Canewood district in northwest Manchester early Tuesday. Police identify him as O.J. Gooden, 30, a resident of Canewood district in Comfortable, Manchester. A police report said about 1:05 a.m., Gooden was at home when armed assailants posing as police kicked in the front door of his home and opened gunfire, hitting him all over the body. Police said the assailants then set fire to Gooden's grey 2003 Toyota Corolla motor vehicle. Investigators are probing whether the incident is linked to the murder on October 12 in Canewood area. Councillor Ron Kennedy, People's National Party Magoli Division, described the incident as shocking, as he said Canewood is usually a quiet community. 3 men killed in shootout with police in Linstead. 3 men were reportedly shot and killed during an alleged confrontation with members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF in Linstead, St. Catherine on Monday night. The identities of the men have not been revealed. It is alleged that the men were on their way to commit a robbery in Monique St. Anne. Reports are that a police team intercepted a grey Toyota Axio motor vehicle said to be traveling with armed men attached to the Usain Wilson gang. The police reportedly commanded the vehicle to stop and it came to a halt. However, gunshots were then allegedly fired from the vehicle. The police reportedly took evasive action and returned gunfire. It is further alleged that the men alighted from the vehicle and continued firing at the police, while 2 of them made good their escape. When the shooting subsided, 3 men were found suffering from gunshot wounds. A 9mm pistol was also reportedly seized. The injured men were transported to Linstead Hospital, where they were pronounced dead at 11:24 p.m. 2 JCF members were also injured during the incident. They were transported to Linstead Hospital, where they are said to be in stable condition. Emergency teams activated, shelters on standby amid Tropical Storm Melissa threat. Jamaica's emergency management teams are now on full alert amid the potential threat posed by Tropical Storm Melissa, Water and Environment Minister Matthew Samuda told Parliament on Tuesday. The coordination of the teams is being led by the Office of Disaster of Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM. Samuda disclosed too that the National Response Team was scheduled to meet to evaluate the situation and the next steps. During a statement to Parliament, Samuda announced that disaster coordinators are on alert and ready to assist potentially vulnerable persons in all communities. He said the island-wide network of 881 shelters will be made available as the need arises, and that shelter managers are already on alert and preparing the designated spaces. Melissa, the 13th named storm of the current Atlantic hurricane season, is turned approximately 480 kilometers south of Haiti and about 630 kilometers southeast of Morne Point, Jamaica, Samuda told Parliament. It has maximum sustained winds of 85 kilometers per hour. Samuda said current projection shows that the storm could intensify into a Category 1 hurricane by Saturday, fueled by the unusually warm waters of the Caribbean. He said that while the forecast remains uncertain, meteorological models suggest that Jamaica could experience heavy rainfall and gusty winds and possible flash flooding later this week. While the center of Melissa's projected path currently points towards Hispaniola, the storm's proximity to Jamaica demands our highest level of vigilance, Samuda noted. As we have learned through experience, tropical systems of this nature can shift course with little warning, and even indirect impact can bring significant disruption to lives, livelihood, and property. He urged Jamaicans, particularly those in flood-prone and low-lying areas, to pay attention to the advisories that are issued and take all necessary precautions. Jamaica remains under tropical storm watch as Tropical Storm Melissa moves across the Caribbean Sea south of Hispaniola. At 4 p.m., the center of Tropical Storm Melissa was located near latitude 14.2 degree north, longitude 73.0 degree west. This is about 495 kilometers south of Haiti, or about 535 southeast of Mount Point, Jamaica. Tropical Storm Melissa is moving west near 24 kilometers per hour. However, a decrease in forecast speed and a gradual turn to the northwest and then north is expected during the next few days. maximum sustained winds are near 85 km per hour, with height gusts and gradual strengthening expected over the next few days. Melissa is projected to move near the southwestern Haiti and southeastern Jamaica later this week, remaining over the Caribbean Sea for most of the period. As the system approaches Jamaica, it is expected to bring locally moderate to heavy rainfall and strong gusty winds, possibly reaching tropical storm strength, particularly across northeastern and southeast and southern parishes on Thursday and Friday. Periods of rainfall could persist into the weekend.
This team is coordinated by the ODPEM and involves a wide range of stakeholders, including the Met Service and municipal corporations. On behalf of Minister Morgan, I am advising also that the NWA is currently assessing drains and will take necessary emergency action based on the current threat assessment. Madam Speaker, it is not lost on us that Melissa is the 13th named storm of the season, but notably the first to form in the Caribbean Sea. This detail is significant. The extended period of calm in our region allowed sea temperatures to rise to record levels, creating what scientists now call rocket fuel for storm intensification. This is yet another stark demonstration of the urgent climate reality confronting small island developing states like Jamaica. It is important to note that Jamaica is coordinating with our foreign partners while monitoring the storm with its fully operational Doppler radar system. As we have learned through experience, tropical systems of this nature can shift course with little warning, and even indirect impacts can bring significant disruption to lives, livelihoods, and property. Our emergency management teams, under the coordination of the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management (ODPEM), are on full alert. Importantly, I want to assure you that your government is working tirelessly to ensure that the systems we have developed to protect you are indeed activated. The Met Service of Jamaica, for which I have portfolio responsibility, continues to monitor the storm's movement closely and will provide continuous updates as new data becomes available. This administration is one that puts the concept of joined-up government certainly into practice. So the Met Service and ODPEM have been collaborating closely to ensure a smooth flow of information and preparatory activities. Relevant ministries and agencies have been advised to activate their preparedness protocols. In this respect, I'm also speaking and sharing on behalf of my colleague, Minister Desmond McKenzie, the minister responsible for ODPEM, who is overseas on personal business. We are in close contact and continue to monitor to ensure that we're able to help Jamaica navigate this tropical storm threat. ODPEM is the country's primary disaster preparedness response agency and works closely with all local authorities in the preventative phase of disaster management. In this respect, disaster coordinators are on alert to assist potentially vulnerable persons in our communities across the island. Additionally, the island-wide network of 881 shelters will be made available as the need arises, and the shelter managers are already on alert and preparing the designated spaces.
It has been quite a challenge for us to monitor because the forecast tracks for the system have not been consistent. They are moving in all kinds of directions. And so it was very difficult to indicate what direction it would move in exactly. And also, what kind of strength it was developing because sufficient information was not available. However, in more recent times, there has been more information. They have basically pinpointed a center for the system, and it is projected to move closer and closer toward the east coast of Jamaica. But the problem is that the system is moving extremely slowly. It is not expected to move out of the area until well into the weekend. So right throughout this week, it's going to be basically in the waters, over the waters to the southeast of Jamaica. With that, it is developing more. And what is forecast is that it will creep toward that channel, the Windward Passage that is between Jamaica and Haiti, and then likely move toward the north. But even that is not very clear because there is some disparity with respect to the models that are projecting the direction of movement. So it is a difficult one to monitor and to predict at this time.
Woman who broke into car in Spanish Town and stole 1.2 million gets over 10 months in prison. DeSantia Ainsworth, the woman who broke into a car in Spanish Town and stole over 1 million, was sentenced in the St. Catherine Parish Court to over 10 months in prison. She pleaded guilty to one count of simple larceny and 1 count of malicious destruction of property. Her attorney, Arville Morgan, asked Senior Parish Court Judge General Nelson Gale for leniency, arguing that his client took responsibility for her action by pleading guilty and not wasting the court's time, and that she was remorseful. The judge, in handing down the sentencing, said a custodial sentence was in order. Miss Ainsworth, I have listened to your lawyer's plea for mitigation on your behalf. Your actions suggest that you had criminal intention, and had it not been for Jamaica Eye and swift police action, you would have broken into the car, stole the money, and got away with it, she stated. Ainsworth was subsequently sentenced to 10 months and 10 days in prison for each offense, which will run concurrently. The complainant received full restitution in court. The facts are that on June 11, the complainant parked his vehicle in the parking lot in Spanish Town. Upon his return, he discovered that a window of the vehicle has been smashed and that $1.2 million was missing. He reported the matter to the police, and with the assistance of Jamaica Eye, a vehicle carrying Ainsworth was intercepted. She was taken into police custody and subsequently charged. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.